Thank you very much for SSAA for giving time to us to have a showcase today. I'm representing Space Manager Radical Systems to introduce you the software in the storage industry. And I'm now going through the little bit about my company first. We established the company in the UK from my boss, WIP, since 1992. And we have the office in Hong Kong since 2014. And this is the 30 years anniversary of Radical Systems this year. So we have been focusing in the industry since the last 30 years. We only use our software in the storage industry. We are very, very focused and concentrate in the industry so that we got clients from different parts of the world. When you see in the country list, we got clients from 34 countries. So we have clients mostly from the European countries, from the UK. We got some clients from the South Africa, Russia, and some in Asia, and we are growing in Asia. I believe we have more clients in the future in Asia. So we have a vibrant team who can speak different language. So I would like to show you my colleague. WIP is our boss, and we got different support staff member from our UK office who can speak different language like the Spanish language, Polish language, German. We have different staff to do the support for clients from different countries so that they manage to speak different languages. I believe the software has different languages. Support is very important. For the next slide, I would like to show you about some of the functions in our software, because I believe I cannot show all the functions today because we got only less than 30 minutes. But I would like to show some key functions which may be very essential in the storage industry. First thing is about customer inquiry. We got customer inquiry records in our system so that you can log every single client's inquiry, and you know the time, the date, what kind of format, or what are the contents of the inquiry, and then we can have a report to show you all the record message from your staff member so that you can have a recovery of all the message from the report, and this report can be daily sent to your email. Another function is the move in. Move in, we call it new contract. Whenever you create a new contract, that means the customer starts the rental for the storage unit. So we create a contract from the from the customer's profile, and then our system will generate the screen for you to select which classifications of the unit you would like to rent and the number of the unit. So staff member can select which unit to be rented to the customer. And we have a contract template which you can manage to modify with your logo and all the move-in informations. We call it license agreement. After the contract generated, we also got you a first invoice, which includes the deposits usually for the rental, and other items also appear in the first invoice for you to bill the customer. For the move out process, we call it vacate entire contract. That means you vacate the customer from the system or from the unit. After vacation, after move out, the customer will receive the refund of the deposit and rebate of the rental if necessary. So we got a vacation notice template to print it out for the customers to check all the figures are correct for the refund. For the payment, we have a payment functions. In terms of payment, we are very focused on the payment method and the payment amount. So you can have a different payment methods built into the system. You can have a check, cash, credit card, and in terms of the amounts, you can have a amounts exactly the same as you bill the customer on the invoice, or the customer can pay more than the amount from the invoice or pay less, because they can have a different methods to pay different amounts for the payment. So it doesn't necessarily to be exactly the same as the invoices. And this is one of the very important features in the storage industry, because customer can use different payment methods to pay the same invoices. In terms of the management report, I take out 3 important reports from the system to introduce to you. We got a lot of management reports in our system because of the accumulations of the experiences from the previous customer and our support. So actually, there are more than 200 reports in our system already built in. However, you have to understand the reports before you use, and you have to start with the simple report. The first report I'm going to talk about is the account balance report. It is the daily report for you to look at for the outstanding balance of each customer. For example, you can see Lily Lee, the first customer in black. On the right-hand side, the balance is 16,870. That means the customer owes you this money, but because the customer already moved out, that means already vacated. So the color becomes black. For the existing customer, the effective customer, it shows the blue color. And your staff member can know how much the outstanding balance from the customer. And I suggest having this report to be pinned every day in the morning so that your staff member can follow up the outstanding balance with the customer. The second management report is the period revenue report. Sometimes the accounting department is very focused on how much you earn in a given period of time. For example, in a month, our system, inside this report, we already make it for you. You have to tell our system what is the start day of the period and what is the end day of the period. For example, in this report, we select the start day from the top, 1st of May until 31st of May. And you can see from the red color, the rectangle in red color, we already divided the invoices amount and specifically to this period for you to see and how much in terms of one invoice, how much you earn in this period. So your accounting department just export this report and know if it can have the knowledge of how much you earn from these invoices or from this customer in a given period of time. The uses of this report is very important because it saves your time. It helps you to calculate the amount you earn in the period you specify. You can specify any kind of period. It doesn't necessarily from the start of the month. You can select 1 or 2 days and let the report calculate for you. The next report is about the occupancy report. Everyone in this industry knows occupancy rate is very important. So in our report, it shows you a lot of data, but we circled the rectangular the occupancy percentage and the occupancy, the average rental prices per square feet or per meter square. That means the price per square foot. This report can show you how much you can charge on average from the storage unit, and then about the occupancy ratio, so that you can have this report up to date every day. And every report we can make it email to you. You doesn't necessarily to log into the system to read the report. you can receive the reports by email every day. So it helps you save time, save money, because you doesn't necessarily to use our system to log in to read the reports. You can have the reports emailed to your own system or the team of your member to read. About the payment methods, online payment methods, we select the Stripe. Our system Space Manager has a fully integrated with Stripe system. So you can store the credit card number of the customer in the system interfaces, and you can charge the customer recurrently by the credit card, by the Stripe. In the Stripe, we store the interfaces, we store the customer credit card number and the customer information, and then the system will run the script with the Stripe and generate the invoices next month and in the future until the customer move out, so that you don't necessarily to remember when the charges is going to make, because it will make it automatically. And then when you update the system every day, when you log in the system will run it for you. And about our knowledge in the storage market, we have to learn from the operator, so that I'm going to show you some of the photos about my site visit, about my training in the next PowerPoint picture. Our biggest clients, I'm not sure, I don't know if it is the biggest client, but it is the well-known clients in the UK called Big Yellow. I have a site visit with them, and I look around the facility and have a communication and exchange with the staff member. And I also have experiences in visiting different storage in Asia countries. This is the site visit in Flexi Storage in Malaysia. We also have the SSAA Expo, and so that we meet different clients. And I'm on the right, and the second person on the right is my boss, Rip, and the left hand side is Justin. Justin is another boss of my company, and Sam is our first clients in Hong Kong. Thank you, Sam. And our clients from Boon Lai, Richard. We've got a Hong Kong event in 2019. Regarding the staff training, when you start our system, I will have an on-site training like this, staff member training the staff member in Manila for our client. And we got training from the 345 storage, staff training here in Hong Kong. And in Philippine storage time. So we learn from different operators when we conduct the training. At the same time, we deliver the knowledge to your staff member when you start our software to use. So if you have any questions, you can ask me by the WhatsApps, by email. This is my contact. I also would like to show you some of our souvenir giveaways when we do the expo, so that